Good day everyone. My name is Agbochinedu Rafe from Department of Pharmacy, course FLD 111. Title of this presentation is about a leader who had no title. Subtitle: Unlocking the Power of Leadership. Introduction. The purpose of this presentation is to provide a review about the book Leader Who Had No Title. This book was written by the author Robin Sharma, and this book talks about leadership and how to take control of chances around us to be a leader. It also talks about how we do not need a title to become a leader, just as the name implies. These are the overview. The Leader Without No Title book is a leadership book that offers practical wisdom and insight for people to be leader at all levels. The book is based on only leadership and not title. It talks on the aspect of how to lead or be a leader without a title or position. The book talks about a man called Blake who has already accepted that he can never be a leader without having a title. But after meeting a man called Tommy, who shows him four other great teachers, he learns that being a leader has nothing to do with title or position. Chapter 1: Title: Leadership and Success Are Your Birthright. This chapter talks about the verbalizer Blake Davis, who was born in Milwaukee and lived in New York with his wonderful parents who shaped him in so many ways. Unfortunately, his parents was killed and things was made difficult for him. He lost confidence and focus in his life, and his life became stuck because he depended on on his parents mostly. So in his early 20s, he drifted from one job to the next because he needed a way to survive because life was very hard for him. He joined the army and was taken to a war in Iraq when he lost his friend and was tragically hurt. Even though he escaped physical trauma, he was a wounded warrior. So later, he had change of mind and began to work at the bookshop in Soho, where the change of a new life began through a moral advice from a stranger. With this chapter indicates the moral world hard times do bring better people. Chapter 2: Title: My Meeting with a Leadership Mentor. This chapter tells us about how Blake Davis made contact with Tommy Flynn, who was transferred newly to the bookshop he was working in. Tommy Flynn was also a friend to Blake Davis' father, Oscar. The meeting of Blake Davis and Tommy Flynn became a huge transformation in the life of Blake Davis. The teaching of Tommy Flynn was very powerful that it made Blake to change his step and behavior on the road to success. Tommy Flynn told Blake that to succeed and also in making the world a better place, that everyone must see themselves as a leader in any occasion or organization. You don't need authority to lead, only a desire to be involved and the commitment to making a positive difference. You don't have to have a title to be a leader. You just need to be a living human being because every one of us alive in the world today has unrecognized powers and disowned potential that are far more superior to the power conferred as a title. Once you learn how to awaken it, including applying those power in our life, will lead to success. Chapter 3: Title: The Sad Cost of Mediocrity and Spectacular Reward of Leadership History. This chapter tells us how Tommy told Blake to meet him at the Rosemead Cemetery in order to continue the teaching in changing Blake's life. Tommy told Blake the meaning of LWT, which stands for Lead Without a Title. Tommy also showed Blake the 10 woman regrets, which made Blake to stop blaming his past life, encouraging him to put more effort to his present life. Tommy also showed Blake the reward that are guaranteed for Blake if he embraced the philosophy Tommy is teaching him. After all, Blake was in a state of thought, imagining the brilliant world of Tommy and thinking of his decision to make or path to follow. Chapter 4. The the first leadership conversation. You need no title to be a leader. In this chapter, Tommy took Blake to meet one of the special four teachers in one of the best hotels in Manhattan. Her name was Anna and she was from Argentina. Tommy completely introduced Blake to Anna. Then Anna continued to teach Blake more about the philosophy of how to lead without title. The first leadership conversation emphasizes that leadership is not about having a title or position, but rather it's about leadership focused on achieving outstanding outcome regardless of their title. Leadership take ownership of their work, their team and their results. Leadership continuously learn, improve and innovate to stay ahead. Sharma argues that anyone can lead regardless of their title or position. What matters most is the impact, influence and value they create. Chapter 5. The second leadership conversation. Turbulent times build great leaders. In this chapter, Tommy introduced Blake to the second special teacher called Tabloid. Tabloid then revealed the second principle to Blake with some quotes and they had better conversation. Blake was actively listening and imagining his mistakes and blames in the past. This second leadership conversation highlights the importance of having a clear vision and purpose. Sharma emphasizes that true leaders don't focus on selling products or service, they sell a dream, a vision, and sense of purpose. When leaders have a clear sense of purpose, they are more passionate, motivated, and committed to achieving their goal. A clear and compelling vision inspires people to strive for excellence, innovation, and greatness. Chapter 6. The third leadership conversation. In this chapter, as Tommy and Blake drove up to the New York Public Library, Blake thanked Tommy for bringing him to see Tabloid. In their short time together was an exceptionally strong influence on him, which means the deeper your relationship, the stronger your leadership. Tabloid also taught Blake some rules using the acronym WOMAN, which stands for helpfulness, understanding, mingle, and muse and nature. In this chapter focuses on the importance of self-awareness and personal leadership. Sharma emphasizes that true leadership starts with self-awareness, self-discipline, and self-mastery. You can't inspire others if you are not inspired yourself. Leadership must cultivate their own inner strength, passion, and purpose before they can inspire others. Your inner world shapes your outer world. Your thoughts, emotion, and belief shape your behavior, relationship, and results. Someone argues that leaders must focus on developing their inner strength, character, and emotion intelligence. Chapter 7. The fourth leadership conversation. In this chapter, Tommy took Blake to meet the fourth special teacher who was the best therapist in New York. And this fourth leadership conversation focuses on the importance of risk taking, experimentation, and learning from failure. Sharma emphasizes that failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of success. Leaders must be willing to take risks and experiment, even if it means facing failure. The great risk is not taking any risk. Playing it safe and avoiding mistake can lead to stagnation and mediocrity. Every failure brings valuable lesson and insight. Leaders must learn from their failure and use them as opportunity for growth and improvement. Sharma argues that leaders must cultivate a mindset that embrace risk-taking, experimentation and learning from failure. Chapter 8. Conclusion. The conclusion of this chapter 8 emphasizes that leadership is not just about skill and strategy, but also about the courage to take action and make a difference. Leadership is about being for being a force for good and making a positive impact Anyone can lead regardless of their title or position. The most important thing is to take action and start leading rather than waiting for permission or a title. This chapter concludes by encouraging leaders to start leading from where they are and to remember that leadership is not just about achieving success but also about making a difference in the lives of others by being a great leader. Thank you.